The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
You have to play your way out of being on Hard Knocks offseason.
Learn Chinese, buddy. Konnichiwa.
It's a me.
Mascot now getting playoffs next year with Sanders as their quarterback.
Steph Curry walked so Caitlin Clark could run. Rebecca Cup should go back to Canada where it belongs this next go round.
I like to suck on him a little bit first. Make sure you get all this all
Where was Nick Bosa on January 6th?
Hey, everybody.
hot.
It's Tuesday. This is Brewed Sports. I'm Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you doing, man?
I wasn't ready. That was better than anything my sports weekend had to offer. Don't ask. Mic drop. Wow. Oh, I needed that. How are you, dude? Good work,
great,
sir. Good
Spent
work.
the weekend in the lab. I was like, you know what? We got to get that music updated. We got to move the outro music to the intro. And I knew going in, I was like, I'm ending it on Caesar asking where the on January. Everything else, I worked backwards from that. But
that's how a good editor does it. You get to the end point and you work your way backwards. That was chef's kiss, my man. Well done.
Gabe was excited. Gabe said new opener, exclamation. Matt Barr saying new intro. Scott gave it a fire. Gabe put the California Wild. Mookie, how you doing, man? How's your sports weekend?
It was all right. Could have done without the little vid involved, but hey, we're here. We're ready to roll.
Mookie last week missed and found out it was the old Rona. Did you kind of pop back up?
Did you know it makes you shit your pants now?
Wait. You had COVID?
I didn't bother testing, but yeah, pretty sure based on what I've heard about the razor throat, and it feels like allergies, except that you're peeing out your butthole and all that other stuff. And the what is it? The stamina fatigue was there. Yeah. Great times. But you know what?
Dude.
We're alive. That's the important part.
Oh, we're glad you're back, man. We missed you last week.
Me too.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Hopefully there's like a plug up there or something. Or I don't know. Whatever you got to do to keep yourself.
By any means necessary, right?
We got an awesome show for you guys tonight. EA has done it again. They've hooked us in once more with just one simple trick to get us to buy the new college football 26. Also, did you know Joe Burrow can't throw a baseball? I found that out this weekend. That was fun to see. He got traded to the Rockets. Alex Caruso was given champagne popping classes, and beat the streak is still a thing. I had no idea. The year of our Lord 2025, beat the streak is still around, and I got a story about it. So we will get to all of that plus tons more. Before we do, though, let's talk about these beers that we are drinking. As always, we rate them on Caesar's scale. Dog or no dog. Scott, what is in your mug tonight? Rated dog or no dog?
Urban Artifact is back, baby. I found a new flavor, and I was hesitant to get excited because there's connotations here. But even the wife was like, "Oh, that sounds good." I am drinking Urban Artifacts Jenny, their vanilla watermelon.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and whenever there's anything watermelon flavored, it nails it. Like if you know what watermelon flavored things taste like, because actual watermelon, doesn't taste like anything. Like it's a unique flavor that I don't think anything captures. But we talked about cherry flavored and other thing flavored, watermelon flavored. Half of me really loves this, and the other half really, really likes it. 6.5% vanilla watermelon, killing it. Doggiest of dog. And the can's sweating harder than I am, which, good God, it's the AC on in here, and I'm dying, man. Dying.
Little delayed on this one, but you earned it.
Race card.
Fair enough.
Half of me loves this, half of me really likes this line. Underrated in that description, Scott. Well done.
I mean, it's kind of me and Cheryl if you think about it. Vanilla watermelon.
Yeah. Tasty, I think.
Your vanilla, she's watermelon.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, Black.
That's right, Cran. Mookie, what were you drinking? What are you drinking, dog or no dog?
Oh, it's not a dog, but it's still technically beer. I mean, like we're again easing back into it, trying to make sure we don't jump too early back into things. So we're going with some Mick Ultra Zero tonight. That's it.
Hard stuff.
There is always like the danger after you've been sick of like getting that first drink in you after you've been sick for a while. Like nothing more terrifying than like, oh, should I drink tonight? Should I have a drink tonight? I like to just go full bore, like 3-finger pour of bourbon right after being sick. Just be like, all right, we're getting right back into it, baby. Sometimes it cures me, and I think I just have an alcohol problem. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's that cumulative hangover that Archer always talks about in the show, right? But no, I think I waited too long to make the tequila play. Usually that would be my thing. Pound a bunch of tequila, sweat it out. So we're just gonna ease into this because here's the thing, right? Like it's Tuesday. Like all I got to do is get through tomorrow, and then I'm on the back end of the week. I have Friday off, so like I can hang on for a little bit longer. Yeah, and here's the thing. NA beers, there's plenty of great options out there. This weekend had a Lagunitas IPNA. Love it. Delicious. Amazing. Mick Ultra Zero, trash.
Ooh.
Yeah. Stay away. It's not worth a single fucking penny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Heineken Zero, wonderful.
Mick Ultra is already kind of like NA. Like you're borderline at that point.
I got nothing against Mick Ultra. I think it's a wonderful golf beer. It's wonderful to float in the pool with, a sixer of those guys. But there's zero option. It leaves zero to be desired. But I guess that's because there's nothing to Mick Ultra to begin with. Whereas with like a Guinness Zero, ooh, you've got that nice thick flavor. You've got the sediment that settles in. Mick Ultra, you're right. I don't know. I mean, maybe I should just drink piss, like literal piss, because at least there would be like the cleansing ammonia aspect of it. I don't know. But I'm here. We're still technically drinking an alcoholic. No, it's not even an alcoholic beverage. I don't know. What is this? Superior alcohol. They don't even call this beer on their can.
I don't think you can.
Ah, Jesus. What are you doing here, man? God damn. Fucking Chinese flu screwing me up.
All right, let's see what you guys are drinking. Gabe is drinking G13 Dank Double Hazy IPA from Sweetwater Brewing Company, 9% ABV. He says it is a dog. My man with that ABV right there, Gabe. Me and you, we're gonna be vibing together tonight. Matt Barr said he's drinking Aslan Beer Company's Volcano Sauce Sour, 6% ABV with blueberries, blackberries, milk sugar, and vanilla. This is my dog snoring on the couch next to me. I love it. That sounds amazing. But the name, misleading as hell.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that does not match the ingredients list. That's for sure.
Yeah, like Volcano Sauce Sour, I was expecting there to be like hot sauce mixed in there.
Right, yeah.
Not blueberries.
Or maybe even a red fruit amongst
just
they threw in there. Good God.
It sounds great. Don't get me wrong. Sounds great.
Yeah, just misname.
Name needs some work.
But you know what? I bet you the can art is on point, though.
Probably. Scott, I went to pick up some beers this weekend, and there were some
sours.
I did get a sour, but I'm not drinking it tonight because instead I saw a beer from Southern Tier. There's a beer from Southern Tier on the shelf. I'm picking up.
You get it. Oh, yeah. No doubt.
This is their caramel cookie bar. This is 10%. It is a chocolate bar imperial stout. Tastes like straight chocolate. It is just Hershey syrup in a glass. Absolute dog, the doggiest of dogs. It's so damn good.
It's so good. It's sticking to your coaster.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the kid.
Oh yeah, I was like, what the hell? What's the bottom of the? Oh, that's the coaster. Yeah, sweating like me out here. Everything's
I wasn't
sticking.
sure if it made it onto the camera. This beer, just when I was trying to decide what to get, Alex was like, "Hey, do you open the beers like on the show or do you open it before the show?" I was like, "Normally before the show." So he was like, "You should open that now and let me have a taste."
Convenient.
Who knows how Southern beer goes? Oh no, that said you'd be disappointed by the
Damn, dude.
Oh.
So what are we doing over here? We're
Wings
calling it
and meat?
volcano sauce with no red fruit or anything in it, no spice in it.
Yeah, that's
Bad
so
can
weird.
art, like-
What a horrible name.
So, Matt, tell me, what brought you to buy this beer?
It's
'Cause
good.
it doesn't
That's
sound
a
like it's
very
got a
good
lot of
question
redeeming
because,
qualities.
Yeah, the things that you normally look for when you're trying to buy a beer: can art number 1, good
Yeah,
name
obviously.
number 2, ingredients number 3. That's like the third tertiary thing that we look for is the ingredients. It's can art and name is what sells the beer, in my opinion.
Easily.
I gotta Mookie said something there before we get into the actual show. I gotta know Sip Chug Drainpour for pool beers. So Mookie nominated Mick Ultra. I'm gonna throw out there Corona or Corona Light, either one, your preference. And then I will also throw out there Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy. What is your Sip Chug Drainpour for pool beers out of those 3? Scott, you don't even. This was a no-brainer to you.
No brainer. Mick Ultra all the way down the drain. I'm not even looking in its direction. And then it's a tough. It's going to depend on the day. But since I've got to respect the game and nail it down here, I am sipping Summer Shandy all day, and I am going to go on ahead and chug. What was it?
Corona. It was the Corona.
Yes. I'm going to chug the Corona. Yeah, but again, those two can flip flop. Those two can flip flop, but the Mick Ultra gone.
Mookie, Sip Chug Drainpour, Mick Ultra, Summer Shandy, and Corona.
We're gonna have some problems here because I'm gonna sip the Corona because I mean you can't really beat that with the lime and everything. Like that's the absolute chill beer. Perfect for floating in the pool. The only downside is that, the whole lime situation, got to cut up a fruit and all that.
I was
shit,
just
but
gonna
still,
say
it is
it's
superior.
the extra work is why it gets to chug instead of sip. Like
Right. It's tough, but I think for the superior flavor, I'll go with the Corona as the sip. I'm chugging Mick Ultra, honestly. Like, there's nothing wrong with that for a pool beer. You're just trying to chug something that is like cool, refreshing, don't need a lot of flavor. And I'm pour draining the Summer Shandy. Too much sugar. Just don't even want to fuck with it. When I'm out there in the heat and the sun getting roasted, that combined with a bunch of sugar can have a really bad effect the next day. So, yeah.
That's true. That is gonna hurt you in the morning. Real quick before I give my answer, Scott chimed in and said he's driving tonight, but he's got a Rochester Mills Brewing blueberry pancake milkshake out at home waiting for him. That sounds fantastic.
What makes it pancakey? That's what I'm going to need to know. Is it like it's
I'm
got to be
guessing.
more than just?
Well, my
cake,
guess
like,
is it's
meatier.
I guarantee you, it's blueberry and then the maple syrup flavor. Like, it's some combination of blueberry and maple, and then I bet they add just a little bit of cream in there to give you the milkshake. I was trying to think about that. Yeah, I'm in for that. That sounds amazing.
Scott wants the cream.
Blueberry again.
All the cream.
Pause.
It rules everything around me, baby.
Cream rules everything.
That's right. The cream, not don't misinterpret it, because I ain't got what the actual C stands for. I don't know about that.
Crabs?
The cream? Whoa. What?
I'm just saying, maybe.
Matt Barr is sipping a different Mexican lager.
Modelo.
I threw out Corona because that is like
it's the generic one. It's the McDonald's one.
Exactly. We got Michelob Ultra in this. Like, we can't go with we got to go kind of lower tier. You know what I'm saying? Then he's chugging the Shandy and drain pouring the Mick Ultra. This is my choice as well. I'm sipping on the Corona. I don't do limes in my Corona, so I don't do the extra work.
I don't. I would tell you what, in this situation, I wouldn't, because it's too much work, and I'm just gonna go ahead and drink it like at that point. But if I'm at, if these weren't necessarily poolside and I had access to limes, then yeah, give them to me. But In this situation, you're just floating around in the pool, and we're just drinking them bad boys straight because it's too much work.
It's what we like to call a raw dog in the Corona. We don't worry about that. Gabe wants to know if the C stands for chlamydia, Scott.
Not in my case, but I don't have that either. Let's put a stamp on that. Don't have that C word either.
We can cross that off the list. No crabs, no chlamydia, just for the record.
I have a feeling this is going to be the game throughout the show of just people guessing which C word you don't have, Scott. All right, let's Bud Light Lime.
Thank you, Gabe. I was actually surprised that wasn't included in your lineup. It would be much more difficult to just kick a Mick Ultra up out the paint and then throw Bud Light Lime. Now I got problems. Now I got questions.
We have established, it has long been established on this show.
Yes, I know where you're going. This is
the beer you bring to the party to leave behind. It is not a pool beer. It's not an acceptable beer for any occasion except for I am going to a party. I need to bring beer. I want to drink other people's beer, and I'm leaving this at their house. Bud Light Lime. I've
gone along with that, but I'm whatever, dude. If Bud Light Limes are at the party, I'm over there like, yeah, these are some bitch beers. Slamming them.
Scott's the one that shows up to the party hoping someone tries to run that play.
I'm like, who's the asshole who bought Bud Light Lime?
Scott Sherrill driving home from the party. They're like, it's a good party. And Scott's like, yeah, I mean, no Bud Light Lime, but yeah, it's all right. Good ribs and whatever on the grill, but no Bud Light Lime. And well, why don't you bring some? Oh, I can't buy Bud Light Lime. I can't be seen bringing
I was going to say, you can't be seen bringing it in. But,
right.
I mean, if you're drinking it, you're just like, well, it was the first thing I grabbed out of the cooler. I went in there searching for it.
It used to be a whole hell of a lot better.
3 minutes. Yeah, it was the first thing I grabbed out of the bottom, but I like to reach out of the bottom.
Yeah, I was like, your arm clearly it's cold. It clearly looks like it's been digging through ice and water. You got that from the bottom, didn't you? No, man. No, right on the top. Just grab and go.
I don't even think this is cold. I think this is still warm. Yeah. Didn't even touch the ice. All right, boys, let's talk some football. So EA Sports has us hooked. Scott sent a screenshot to the group chat yesterday, and immediately we all decided that we are upgrading to College Football 26. This is one of those games that you don't necessarily have to get every iteration of the game. Somebody inevitably updates the rosters, and that's all you really have to do. Every couple of years you get a new one. But we bought 25 because it was the first game back. We're buying 26 because the Pop-Tarts mascot is in the game. Like they're putting in the Pop-Tarts Bowl mascot into the game, as well as like 35 other mascots are going to be in the game. Yeah. Scott, did you watch the like reveal today of all the new features and gameplay that they have coming out in this new version?
I got duped. I was logged in at 10:55 when the countdown clock was started, I think on Saturday, and that was the countdown for the countdown. Because at 10:55, it was like 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, you sons of bitches. And I sat there for all 5 minutes listening to last year's intro theme. They got me, man. I'm hooked. I keep thinking about how crazy it is that I'm this like into this game, having I don't watch like a single game of college like the whole damn season. I looked at it the other day to get confirmation. 627 hours logged on the game from last year, and those are rookie numbers. I've seen people online like easily over 100 or over 1,000, and like I'm on the lower end. But for a guy who's got kids and a stupid work schedule and all this stuff, I think 627 hours is perfectly insane enough.
That is very impressive. I saw that one of the big things that they're doing is like better college atmosphere, like making it stadium-specific songs and like stadium-specific traditions. Like they're bringing more of that into the game this year, which is if it's not neck, I don't need it. Like,
Yeah, I was
that's
gonna
all-
say,
that's all.
still no suck dead whiskey dick. Like, we still not sucking tiger dicks and whatnot, which is unfortunate. But baby steps. We're gonna get there someday.
How excited were you to see the Pop-Tarts Bowl mascot make an appearance here?
It was the first thing. Like yesterday, they did just like, oh, here's the presentation thing, and they just released the blog. So I'm just scanning through. I'm like, oh, this all sounds great. This is just stuff that okay, yeah. But I'm more concerned with gameplay and like the dynasty stuff. Like that's my jam. And I'm looking through and I see the Pop-Tarts thing. I immediately took that screen grab. I'm like, oh God, this is where they got me. The Pop-Tarts mascot. Don't care which one it is. I just want it to be accurate. And then, of course, Mookie posed the question about being able to. I wish that they would have a end of that bowl game sequence just showing like just a little cut scene, just a little snippet, because they've got all the sideline celebrations for the turnovers and all that. I feel like they could, and again, maybe not this year, but as long as the Pop-Tart Bowl sticks around and we have this tradition, I feel like we should get a little post-game thing where you kind of see it sliding into the toaster, and then you just see the characters like holding up a piece and taking a little bite. I think that would be fucking cool.
Mookie, are you on board with the Pop-Tarts Bowl mascot?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, like just even and Gabe asking the question of don't they have the mascot mode?
No, they do not yet.
Oh,
It's not in the newer one like that. It's like, you got to understand how these things work with EA and all these sports game companies now. It's like things we had 20 years ago are features that they're like, hey, look, now it's here. And we're like, yeah, the game is playing catch up to where it used to be.
Right, exactly.
As far as features, like they're like, but look at how cool it looks graphically. And we're like, that's great. But 20 years ago, we were able to do all this stuff. So
yeah, if those damn kids get paid, we wouldn't have lost that. But either way, I really was going to look forward to seeing how it looks to play as a large Pop-Tart, just that awkward shape that they have to figure out how to make look 3D or whatever. Either way, I'm all in. I was trying to figure it out as Scott was talking because I'm sure I've logged some other ridiculous kind of number of hours on the game. Although, hot take, a lot of times I'm sitting there just grinding and I don't even have the sound on. Like I'm watching TV or whatever, and I'm just grinding away in Ultimate Team, just, getting accomplishments, building that squad and whatever. So like, I'm not even here. A lot of that broadcast stuff, and unless I'm in like my main dynasty mode, like cut that shit out. Just let me play, man. But I'm here for it. The I don't know if this was Madden or college football, but like the new weather treatment they have, or like if it's in like heavy snow or whatever, you can't see more than 5 yards past the line. You're supposed to like throw a pass and shit like that. Like, I think this is a good looking title. And, let's be honest here. They're going to sell it. We're going to buy whatever they roll out. Like just facts. So we can do whatever we do to talk ourselves into it, make ourselves feel better about it. But I'm hooked. I didn't even need to give me the free taste. Like I'm never going to rehab. Like it's fine.
Tank said, hopefully one of the new features is
absolutely Tank. That was like one of the first things they addressed in the blog. They were like, "Hey, they got a band to record covers of like popular songs. All like I think they said like 100 different tracks or whatever. So we do not have to listen to that repetitive drum line.
Dude, I straight up turned that off
for 600 some hours.
Yeah, I went in that menu and I just cranked that slider all the way to 0. Boy, that wears on you fast.
It's bad when your wife is like singing it in the background or like making the fun. It's like, oh, you over there recruiting? I hear the drum line again.
Oh yeah, dude. It was so
great. Right, babe.
Too.
I'm always recruiting. All right, it's recruiting season.
ABC, baby. ABC.
Always be clapping.
Wow.
Is that what that's not what
nope,
the C
that's
is?
not the C either. Nope. Keep swinging a miss again.
All right. Well, we'll keep trying. We'll figure it out eventually.
Gabe pointing out that Marcus Freeman is in the game now too. There's debate about that. We don't know if this is not sure if that's Marcus Freeman or if that's Kanye, because that does not look like Marcus Freeman to me, fellas. That is Kanye West.
What did they do to my boys?
How many Pop-Tarts did they make him eat? Like, no
what
way.
Is happening? I mean, they got the hairline. The hairline is on point, so we're okay there. But everything below the eyebrows is sus.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not good. If I was Marcus, I'd be furious. I would be absolutely furious at this.
The absolute disrespect for a coach that took his team to a national title game just this last year. Yee and the P.
Saying yee and the P.
Mm-hmm.
Mookie, who does he look like in this? What rapper does he look like?
Kanye.
Although I know you brought this up, you said earlier, but when the video that they showed earlier, when they mentioned the likenesses of the coach, the first person they showed was our boy in all his visored glory, and I was like, oh, look at Lane,
no,
sexy, yeah,
Lane is the first one.
Yes, they showed a clip, and it was just like, we've signed all these head coaches. And it was like, as soon as they said that, and it flashed up like him doing something, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Lane. Yes.
Do they have Brian Kelly, and does his face get purple? Like, is that a new...
you know what? I haven't
LSU
seen the
Tigers.
likeness of, but that'll be one of the first ones. I can't wait to see him get fired. I'm gonna force LSU to lose games just so they have to fire him. And then hire him as my offensive coordinator so that I can fire him.
You know what would be great though is if they gave you a way to like take all these rules and stuff I see posted in the subreddit of the way these guys like configure dynasties where they make rules where it's like, yeah, you can't recruit any offensive lineman that weighs less than 400 pounds, or I only recruit dudes with bald heads or something. I'd love to see them and take a little bit from the community and provide a way to actually like put that in, because I don't understand how guys have the time to go through and manually do that, or have this self-restraint to be like, nope, only recruiting guys that meet this very specific criteria to make this game more enjoyable. Like, that's trying too hard.
Guys, I still suck at this game. Like, I'm not going out and like putting requirements on my recruiting. I am trying to get every good player that I can. I am playing as the best teams I can because I suck. I still can't fucking throw the ball. Here's what I want.
Are you still playing online?
Here's what I want in 20. No, I don't go online. Are you kidding me?
And you still suck?
I play the computer in like freshman mode, and I still throw 4 interceptions a game. It's unbelievable. Here's what I want for EA 26. I want Millennial mode. And in Millennial mode, it's old school controls, baby. That's it. Give me the old school everything. The old school passing, the old school controls. I want to be able to set it on an easy level and score 100 points and not have 4 interceptions and make it a close game in the fourth quarter. All right? That's what I want. Millennial mode. Take me back to when I understood how to play this game, because I don't get it anymore. Time has passed me by, and I don't like it here. I don't like it here at all.
You need it more than Millennial mode. You need that situation where it's like the 1-button mode in Madden back in the day for like the 4-year-olds, right? Where it's like you just press A or X. You just got to figure out when to press that one single button, and then the computer runs for you and all that other stuff, where basically you hike the ball and then maybe you press the button to pass. But other than that, it's like, it's effectively the old vibrating football games. Remember that shit from like the 70s and the 80s? I always thought those were cool as hell, but I still don't understand how they actually worked. But that's what you're talking about. You just need 1-button mode.
No, I gotta say, whatever you're doing, whatever you're gonna do for that, for Mike's idea, rebrand it. Don't lump me in with your bullshit. I play just fine, so we ain't calling it fucking Millennial mode because I'm one of them. So we can call it something else. Like, don't put that on me, Satan. I'm fine. Like, you know what you need to do, Mike. You know what they need to call it is GG mode.
Yeah, good.
That's what they need to call it is GG
I knew as soon as you started talking where this off ramp.
You need to get in that lab and play them skill drills, man. Like, that's what it is. Like,
I might have telegraphed it like Mookie, but I don't care.
I can't. I do the skill drills. I do decent in the skill drills. I'm like, all right, here we go. Game time, baby. I'm ready. I'm prepped. I did my practice this week. Here we go. And then 3 interceptions by half. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Mike out here playing practice mode with offense only. He's like, I got this. I'm nailing this.
Yeah.
Like, his offense is humming. Gets in game. I mean, there's guys here. Like, what do you mean? What? I gotta read where people are like, this is bullshit. Like, he's supposed to be wide open.
That's what kills me is I do read the defense, and then I'm like, where did that safety come from? He wasn't there. But I'm like, you're damn right. I do. Gabe says ginger mode. I respect the A and not the hard R. Thank you, Gabe, for being. Gabe wants to know if Lou Holtz is in the game. It would be great if you could do Lou Holtz. When I did play my season, I went as Lou Holtz, but there was no coach that looked like Lou Holtz. So I just made Lou Holtz a big fat black guy, and that made it easy in my head.
Sounds like that tracks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just picture like the comic Earthquake, but he's like, "Come on, guys, let's get out there and fight and win this one." Like that was.
And he's
wait,
black
hold on.
like Notre Dame. Like everything.
Like,
all the visuals here are amazing.
I think we can make this happen. All I have to do is let me find the right slide, and then we can give the people at home a taste of what this actually is. All right, go ahead, Mike. Hit us with Lou Holtz mode.
Guys, this is a real tight game. I know we've thrown 3 interceptions so far in the first quarter, but we just got to tighten it up here, okay? Defense, you're doing great. You're keeping us in this game, but offense, we got to pick this one up, okay? Read the defense. Read the defense. The safety's hiding. He's hiding back there. Just wait until that safety. Get past the safety. Throw the ball, okay? Here we go. Irish on 3. Irish on 3. 1, 2, 3. Irish.
The silly sports story.
Shit.
Oh,
man.
Nothing like a little impromptu CBS theater.
Yeah, that's what we're known for.
The Fanatics games happened this weekend, fellas. Do you guys remember that story about the Fanatics games where it's like pros versus Joes type stuff, and they have like competitions? They had athletes and celebrities and streamers, like YouTubers were all part of this, and then they had real fans compete. Tom Brady won the whole thing. He won the $1 million prize, and then he turned around and he donated. He gave every fan that participated like a couple grand, and then donated the rest to charity. Justin Bailey won the second prize, which was like some Ferrari or something, and then the third prize went to an actual fan. He's a second grade teacher from Philly. He got some rare LeBron card, which Tom Brady bought off of him at the event for $250,000. So that's essentially what that guy got for coming in third, was $250,000. But we had to see the headlines. Tom Brady, greatest winner of all time. He even wins the Fanatics games. That is the exact reaction.
I mean, my God, I missed this. And the only thing I saw Tom Brady related this week was, oh, Tom Brady didn't want to sign, Sam Darnold to be the Raiders quarterback. He's such a savior and he's got such an eye. I'm like, all right, we're giving credit for, them not signing a stupid quarterback for that franchise. Like, good, I guess. Way to be the voice of reason, Tom. But this is even worse. Like, oh, look at me. I'm donating money to charity and giving to like, oh, and look at, I'll buy this card. I'm like, fuck this guy. Like, seriously, just go away. Go away, Tom. Go be the Raiders owner and watch shitty Oakland or Las Vegas, wherever the fuck they're playing football, and just get out of my face. All right? Like, you're supposed to be retired. I was supposed to stop hearing about you. This is not how retirement works. Go away. Get him on that plane with Kobe. Wait, what?
Oh, shit.
Wow. I mean, Scott's clapping at him. Like, that shows you where he's at with this. My God. I got to be honest. I saw this whole Fanatics Games, whatever stuff, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Moving on. Because I thought it was honestly Fanatics from the, what is it? The people that made the really shitty baseball uniforms.
It is. That's
I was gonna say it's the same one.
Interesting.
The dude that throws the white party owns Fanatics, and he's got like this festival. He wants a Comic-Con, but for sports is what he's trying to build here. And it's been growing, and this is like the next step. Yes, Gabe, thank you for the correction on Scott there, on that helicopter, Scott, not on that airplane.
Apologies.
If that happened, we would have to update the picture.
That is clearly not a plane. That's definitely a helicopter.
Yeah,
we'd have to get Ed on an update for us if he commented on last week's video. Like, he watched it a couple days later, and he commented on it. Was like, I can't believe you guys still have that picture. I'm like, bro, this is never going away. It'll
never not work. Like,
Yeah, this is
Pretty
always
straightforward. Like, why would it go away? Like, it's still going to be relevant 5 years from now.
So the Fanatics Games, they competed in 8 different events, fellas. One of the events was like a baseball, like throwing at a strike zone, and you got different points for hitting the strike zone. And, my quarterback took part in these Fanatic Games, and he did not do good at all. Like, he came in like 38th out of 85. There were several fans that beat him in the contest. But baseball was probably the worst because Joe Burrow, he's no Kyler Murray. That's all I can say. This dude couldn't throw the ball. It was Mark Mallory levels of first pitch. Like, it was off. Have you not seen the videos, Mook?
No, but I'm about to right now. Like,
he kept
Sarah,
missing in the same spot. It was driving my OCD nuts. I was like, step over to the right, you dummy. You're missing up and to the left every single time. Stop.
It was the weirdest motion, too. Like, you could see he was trying to throw a spiral, and it was just yanking the ball. It was bad. It was embarrassing. It was bad. But then I got to think about it, and I was like, you know what? Joe's not used to throwing the ball without a 300 guy tackling him at the same time. Like, his offensive line, like we needed somebody to be at Joe Burrow's face for him to drop a dime in that pitching cage. So no, this isn't his fault. He's just used to running for his life and then throwing. He's not used to being able to just stand in a pocket and throw. He can't hit it that way. Am I wrong, Scott?
No, but I've got to, like, I think that's 100% accurate because that's I was also going to say, it's like, well, we've got to give him, like, he's used to throwing to moving targets. He's not used to having any protection. He's used to throwing on the run, like all these things, and, all the easy low-hanging fruit. But conspiracy theory time, I got one for you.
Because... hold on. If we got a conspiracy theory, this needs to happen the right way. Hold on. Where's that music at? Mookie, why did you move everything around?
Damn it, Joe.
I don't know, but dude, this is terrible. He hit the strike zone once.
And barely too. Like, he clipped.
Yeah.
All right, Scott. What is your conspiracy theory about
So my conspiracy theory about this whole thing is, remember when his house got broken into?
Yes.
About a year ago, somewhere in the last 12 months. At his house was this woman that everybody was like, oh, it's like his personal assistant, yada, yada, yada. And like some people were like, oh, well, maybe it's his girlfriend. But there was no confirmation of that. No confirmation. This weekend, Joe Burrow embarrasses the fuck out of himself in this contest. I mean, the video's out there. There's no denying it. The same weekend that happens, confirmation that he's dating this chick. Like, oh yeah, remember that model, that really hot chick that everybody was like, oh, I wish you were there when the break-in happened. Oh, it's just assistant. No. Confirmation this week that is his girlfriend. Do not let confirmation that is his girlfriend distract you from the fact that this man can't throw a fucking baseball in the strike zone. That I find the timing very, very convenient. That is like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm dating this really hot chick. Confirmed. No more speculation. We're together, guys. Everything else in the news cycle, fucking ignore. This hot chick, my girl. I just find it really convenient. That's all I'm saying, Joe.
When you started that, I thought you were going to say that the conspiracy was that he purposely tanked the baseball throwing to like overshadow the fact that this news is going to come out that he's dating the girl who's like his assistant or whatever. Like, nope. I thought that's where you were going, but you're saying he hard launched to cover up the fact that he can't throw a baseball.
Absolutely. Everybody's like, damn, you seen this video of Joe? Like, this is fucking embarrassing. Oh, and then the next thing you know, they'll say, oh, he's dating that really hot chick. There it is. Like, that'd be the time I would go public and be like, yeah, we're dating. It's official. Look at this. We might get married. I don't know. Don't pay attention to whatever else my name's in the news for. Like, look at her.
Just trying to juice the Google rankings. Now, if you Google Joe Burrow, it's Joe Burrow and his girlfriend. Not Joe Burrow can't throw a baseball. Scott, you're onto something here, man.
Seriously, I when I saw that announcement, I was like, this is a really weird timing for this. Like, why? First of all, why is this finding my orbit? Right? Like, I was like, why is this news finding my doorstep? But it did, and I'm like, it's really weird that this news is coming out that he's dating this chick the same weekend that he threw a baseball like shit. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Mookie.
Who the fuck cares,
Are
man?
you saying or not saying? Just are
I'm
you
not
saying
saying
or
because I don't give a shit who he's dating because there's nothing that's going to overcome the attention on how bad someone who makes throwing a ball was throwing a ball.
It
Like
was so bad.
Like one of the pitches hit the side netting like halfway to the plate. Like Mark Mallory bad. I don't know that does it justice, honestly.
I'm telling you though, like now, I'm not even joking. If you Google Joe Burrow, the top stories: Olivia Ponton and Joe Burrow spotted together in New York City. Joe Burrow and Olivia Ponton pop out in the NYC to break everyone's hearts. Joe Burrow and Olivia Ponton have a rare date night 6 months after sparking dating rumors. Olivia Ponton set Instagram on fire with sizzling summer looks, heating up Joe Burrow. It took over. It's not, hey, Joe Burrow looked like a fucking idiot. Hey, are we sure Joe Burrow's right-handed? Hey, Joe Burrow can't hit the broadside of the barn. Those headlines are gone. It's all this stuff. Scott,
I'm telling you, the minute he left that booth, he called her. He's like, "Hey, babe, we're official. We got some stuff to do this weekend. We are going to get your best shit on. We're going to be seen this weekend. I promise you that. No more hiding this. It's a thing." She's like, "What happened?" "Nothing. I love you. I'll see you soon."
Oh God, she from Hype House, Joe. Oh boy. Well, whatever. We all make decisions. He decided to be at Fanatics Fest that led to him having to come out and date this chick.
She
I
called
don't
up
feel
her
good
mom.
about
She called up her mom this weekend and was so excited. "Joe's finally taking me out. We don't have to hide it anymore. I'm so happy." Joe's just like, "I gotta."
And her mom's first reaction.
I
was
gotta
like,
get this
"Honey,
video off the search engine.
Are you sure you want to be with someone who throws a baseball like that though?"
She's like, "Have you seen the videos? Have you seen them?"
You sure?
Kind of embarrassing.
Her family is like, "Oh my God, I thought she's been lying this whole time. I didn't know she really is dating Joe Burrow. She's been telling us this, and we've never had confirmation." Joe couldn't come today. He had practice.
Right, yeah.
"Oh, okay, sweetheart. Yeah, no,
Mhm.
you really thought your boyfriend, Joe Burrow, was going to be here. Is she all right? Is she okay?" And then they do this, and the dad's like, "Hell yeah, my daughter's dating Joe Burrow." Was that him throwing a baseball?
Well, let's hope your kids are good at art.
I hope they don't go to the county fair where he's got to throw the balls to hit the milk jugs or anything, because I think, or the don't let Joe at the dunk tank. The dunk tank guy is fucking fine. Like, "Oh, it's Joe Burrow. I'm just gonna sit. I'll be good."
I want Joe Burrow now at like a church festival in Cincinnati, walking by a dunk tank, and just Frank giving him all the shit about not being able to.
Or even better, it's one of those competitions, right, where it's like the fan can take the shot or throw the ball, or you can choose the professional athlete to do it for you. And the kid looks over and goes, "I'm good. I'm good. I'll take my chances."
Yeah, I've seen Joe throw a baseball. I'm fine. I'll take my here.
That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. I just can't believe that the guy who has one of the most amazing videos I've seen, where he does like that no-look spin pass that they showed in slow motion in 4K that everybody creamed over for a while. That's another.
You mean you creamed over for a while?
No, like the internet creamed over. Oh,
Yeah, no, I remember that. Like,
everybody lost their mind. That thing went viral. That same dude throws a baseball like that, bro. Come on. Come on. You can't go back to the locker room after that. You lost the locker. Joe Burrow has lost the locker room.
Might as well trade him now. Trade him now. Use that money. He's finally signed Trey Hendrickson, and maybe they stand a chance to make a playoff run.
All right, let's we're talking Fanatics Fest. Something else happened at Fanatics Fest, but it was in the basketball world.
Boom shakalaka!
At Fanatics Fest, was Kevin Durant. He took part in the Fanatics games too. And as he was taking part in the Fanatics games, that's when the news broke that he had been traded to the Rockets. So Kevin Durant is among the fans at Fanatics Fest taking part in these Fanatics games, and the news breaks that he's been traded. And he looked happier than I've ever seen that man. Like, he is always so pissed off, so mad, so sulky, getting on his burner accounts. He was ear to ear, baby. He was so happy to be out of Phoenix and headed to Houston. Mookie, you were the first one to get this scoop in the group chat. What were you thinking when KD went to the Rockets?
It's interesting. I completely forgot that they were the 2 seed in the playoffs this year. They might be a competitive team. The thing is that's interesting with what happened with the Rockets and then what's gone on in the East is like, man, whoever comes out of the West, just I'll take West champion in 3 games, please. Like, you're going to have some compelling playoff games there, but I am curious to see how they figure out how to play just a tad bit of defense now with KD and what's his name and those other dudes that they got left on the roster. Because, I mean, no one knows who's on the Rockets, yet they apparently were good enough for the 2 seed last year. So, hey, let's see how it works out.
KD, that other dude, and the other guys. That's the type of in-depth analysis.
Is Chris Paul still there? Is he still bouncing the ball around? Running the point?
You do make a good point, though, Mook, because who the hell is going to come out of the East? Who's even going to come out of the East next year? Haliburton is going to be gone through pretty much the entire season. Tatum's going to be gone throughout pretty much the entire season. So Boston's going to struggle. Indianapolis is going to struggle. Giannis wants out of Milwaukee. Milwaukee's going to struggle. Like, who is going to come
Knicks
out of
still don't have a coach.
Is it the Cavs that end up coming out of the East? Donovan Mitchell?
Because the Cavs can't do it in the big time, man. They can't shine under those lights. Like, hell, the Pistons. I don't know, the Magic, the Hawks. They've got Porzingis and all his ailments now. Like, hey, why not? Like, just pick
Orlando
one.
Magic. Scott, how'd you take the KD to Houston? The jam. Sorry. It's so good.
Because I was like, it is, but also before you even said it, when you're just, it's like, who's going to come out of the East? That was his first team. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I've heard a lot about what the Magic did this week and that insane trade that went down with all the moving parts. So I guess picking a name out. But Mookie also named like every team in the East. It's like, who's going to win? Right. Not Indiana. It's going to be one of the other teams. All right. Well, that narrows it down, I guess. I also, my thoughts when KD got traded was, how many teams has he played for now? We're up to a lot, right? Like, damn, like he has become just this. I don't know. His career's gone really odd to me. And then the other thought, I was like, when LeBron went back to Cleveland, it was all like homecoming and kumbaya. Kevin Durant's going back to Texas. I guess we don't have all the warm and fuzzies there, huh? Like my favorite thing immediately after was Kevin Durant. Oh, hey, what about the heartbroken Suns fans? And what do you say to them? He's like, they wanted me to go. I'm glad they got what they wanted. I got what I wanted. Good luck to them. I like classic Kevin Durant on the way out, just like, fuck them.
Here it is.
I didn't really like it here. They didn't really want me here. There's nothing else left to say. Classic Durant, baby.
I'll tell you who's coming out of the East. The Brooklyn Nets. Because they've got 5 first-round picks this year. So you know what? They'll just draft their starting 5 in the draft, and then they'll roll those dudes out, and that youth will take over. Lock it in.
Lock it in. There it is. The patented Mookie lock it in. A bet that you absolutely do not want to take because it's a terrible, terrible bet.
Brooklyn Nets. Taking the Brooklyn Nets in June of the season prior.
Hey, man, they got 5 first-round picks. Think about all that talent they're going to have coming in, ready to prove themselves.
I'm looking up right now what their odds are because it can't be. It cannot be good to take the Brooklyn Nets.
Well, I mean, look, if you just go straight down the Eastern Conference standings after last year, you got the Cavs. They're choke artists. The Celtics, Tatum's out. They're shipping out parts. The Knicks, I mean, without Tibbs there, I don't know if their system works. They don't really have options. They keep, everyone was on him about not using the bench, but he didn't have a bench to use. The Pacers, Hallie's hurt. The Bucks, Giannis isn't exactly happy, and then they had what's his name? Dame Time is hurt. The Pistons, I mean,
there were like
that was a
12
fun
torn
ride.
ACLs in these playoffs.
Right, like
so there
I
is
guess
that.
maybe,
Like,
you know what? No.
The ripple effect from these playoffs to next season is wild.
Here's who it is. You know what it is? Pat Riley's sitting down there in Miami going, now's our time. This is when we're going to do it. But I watch the Heat. They're going to have a come-up year where I bet you they're going to be in that 1-2 seed kind of range where they're going to make a compelling push and still lose in the NBA Finals in 3 to the West champ.
Okay, so you started with the Brooklyn Nets, who right now are plus 50,000 to win.
I like those odds. So you're saying there's a chance.
Behind everybody in the East. They are one of the worst teams in the East. And then you said, you know what? Pat Riley down in Miami, that's the squad that we got. Spoelstra is going to bring them back. The Miami Heat are plus 16,000 odds to win. behind the Indiana Pacers, who will be without Tyrese Haliburton pretty much all year. The Heat and the Nets, Mookie, I love you to death. You make some of the craziest, dumbest bets I've ever heard.
Look, man, as a wise man named Kevin Malone once said, if someone gives you 10,001 odds, you take that bet no matter what.
The odds to win the East, the best teams right now at a shot at it. There's the conference. Conference winners, the Cavs are at plus 270, the Knicks at plus 300, Orlando Magic at plus 420. The Celtics at 550, the Sixers at 1,200, the Pacers at 1,500, the Pistons at 1,500. So none of the teams that Mookie thinks are even close to coming out of these. Scott, you asked how many teams that Durant has played for now. I saw a post that it's so awesome that during Pride Month, Kevin Durant has completed the rainbow of uniforms that he has now worn every color of the rainbow with the
that's right. They were still in Seattle.
They were. He started off. Wow. He was there when they moved. So yeah, Kevin Durant.
What is this teal one in the middle? Oh, that's the Suns.
The Suns.
That's cute though.
I mean, what is that jersey? Like, seriously, what is that jersey? Based on what we know about the Suns and their color schemes in our lifetime, who designed that shit and was just like, yeah, just put this on there and whatever. I feel like I like the idea of the whole Pride Month. It's like a cool thing, but it's just like, yeah, that one's definitely the stretch in there where you're just like, I don't know.
It's a stretch because it's you've got
you're doubling up the team.
Yeah, we need it. We need a separate team. He needs,
and I like it. It's just like the Nets are more like black and white uniforms. They're more known for that these days. When they're like, hey, look at here's when they wore the throwbacks. Let's fit it in.
All right, so we're not on board with the rainbow uniform. Fine. Okay, that's fine.
Oh, no, I am. I when I saw it earlier, I was like, oh, that's really cool. And as I look at it closer, I'm like, oh, well, yeah. You Joe Burrowed this. You're like, hey, look it over here. Well, you did something else over here.
I love that Joe Burrow has taken that away from Trump. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
He's pulling a Trump. Now it's pulling a Joe Burrow. Fellas, did you guys watch I know Scott watched the Game 7. Scott was all about NBA Finals Game 7, Pacers and OKC.
Whistle to whistle, baby.
I got to be honest. I was into it. I was very pumped for a Game 7, especially after the news came out that OKC already had the buses ready to go. So I'm like, seriously? They're that cocky about this? I think the Pacers can pull one off here now. And then they were. Yeah. The Pacers were doing it. Even after Haliburton went down, they still finished the half up 1. And I was like, this is going to be one of the most memorable Game 7s in the history of basketball. And then it wasn't. Then it just completely turned to shit in the second half. I was bummed, man. I was bummed that we were robbed of potentially one of the greatest Game 7 comebacks and upsets in the history of basketball. Mookie, were you tuned into this one? Were you feeling the same way?
I had planned on it. But I started off watching our dumpster fire of a men's national team to begin with, and I screwed up the tip-off time and didn't switch over until my buddy texted me, goes, "Oh, dude, that's a terrible way to see Hallie go out." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking? What?" And I flipped over, I pulled up the ESPN app, and the first thing on there was Haliburton goes down in terrible injury. And I was like, well, guess I don't need to watch that game. Cool. All right, back to soccer. Because, man, there was plenty of footy on this weekend, this last week, so I've just been eating that up left and right. Bank account doesn't love it, but hey, we've still had fun. So, I saw what they were doing when I flipped it over in the second quarter. I was like, wow, they're still keeping it close. Watched for a little bit, but it just, I don't know. It never really felt like they were going to hold on because with Haliburton out, they don't have that second scoring option that can create for themselves or others. So it's like, yeah, they're going to wear them down eventually. Like, it's just inevitable. So I'll do something else with my time.
I love that you were watching the men's national team play instead of watching the NBA finals, but the announcers at the men's national team game were watching the NBA finals instead of calling the game. Like, there were moments during the broadcast when you could hear Mike Breen's calls coming through their microphones.
Really?
Because they were watching the NBA finals up in the box. During lulls in the game, you would just hear Mike Breen's voice. So that's pretty amazing that you were watching soccer while the people getting paid to be there were not watching soccer.
I needed a third goal to go in. Didn't really care which side. Just needed a third goal.
Fair enough, Jason. Scott, how much did you watch? Are you kind of this mindset of Matt Barr? The NBA doesn't start until Christmas, and the games don't matter until the fourth quarter snooze fest league.
Yeah, I mean, I've given up on the NBA. It's just been a steady decline since the early mid 2000s, and it's fine. It comes into my orbit around this time, and I can pick up. It's like I can pick up on the entire season storylines in like 3 weeks, and then it's over. And I mean, as exciting as this Game 7 could have been, had Haliburton played, like ultimately, like who are in these finals that we give a shit about, right? Like, it's hard to care about like who's in the NBA right now. I don't know. I mean, again, maybe I'm just old fuddy-duddy and the NBA is passing me by, but I'm not getting excited about Shea Gilchrist something or another and all that shit. Like, it's just I got excited. I know we're gonna go there, but it's like, Give me old boy hating on the Lakers fucking Mickey Mouse championship, because that's what I was here for, baby.
So wait a minute. So what's his name? Because you copped out on the easiest part of it
Gilchrist. I don't know. I can't get it. Like
Alexander. His third name is Alexander. You hit Shea, you tried Gilgaris or whatever, and then you're like, meh. And that other one that sounds like Alex. That's hard. I can't figure that one out. Punt.
Exactly. When I grew up, it was Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. We didn't have hyphens. It's been the old man segment of the show.
Yeah,
apparently, it really has. Also, Matt Barr's comment rings so true after you couldn't pronounce the MVP of the league's name.
Exactly.
Where the B definitely doesn't stand for basketball.
Yep.
I mean,
Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Close enough.
I mean, exactly. Seriously, like it's hard like to get into the kids playing. Like, I don't know. Like, it's gotten past me. I'm like, when the biggest news of these entire playoffs was one of the only names I know left getting traded. It tells you all you need to know. Like Kevin Durant. Oh, what's he doing? Time's running out on Kevin Durant. So
time's running out on all those dudes, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna get a text alert about somebody one day, and I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. And then it's gonna just be official.
You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get sucked back in when somebody's kid is the name that you're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm watching. Like, LeBron's kid doesn't really do it for you, but there's gonna be somebody's kid that makes it into the league where you're gonna be like, oh shit, I'm back in now. I'm back in now to watch White Chocolate Sun.
Damn it, you stole it. I was gonna say, I was like, if Jason Williams' kid's back in, I'm in. You God, oh my God, seriously. It was the one that popped in there and you took it right from me. That's it. That would be like I'm all the way back in.
I was trying to get to one that I knew would hook you, and I was debating in my head between White Chocolate and Big Baby. Those were the two that I was like, if Big Baby,
you nailed it. Nah, Big Baby wouldn't do much for me, but White Chocolate, Chris Webber, hey, those early 2000s Kings teams, if their kids are playing, I'm like, hey, let's go, let's run it back.
Might tune in on Christmas when the league starts up. Who knows?
Hey, guys, it's Christmas. Let's watch fucking NBA. White Chocolate's kids playing. Who, Dad? Just turn the game on.
It's White Chocolate Jr. Shut up and watch.
It's Christmas Day. It's tradition. Season starts today, man.
Dad, we've literally never done this. We're 35 years old. It's a tradition.
Quit trying to make NBA on Christmas Day happen. The NFL took over years ago. I know. Still fighting the good fight.
I know they did, and they still can't get used to waking up Christmas morning and watching the team from Ireland play the annual Christmas morning NFL matchup.
So true. God. Oh.
What are we talking about? We're not going to make it that long. The Earth is going to
We're all going to be dead.
Nothing to worry about. The Thunder boys didn't know how to pop champagne. These kids.
Oh my God, dude.
They're out here. And
Lord.
Matt Barr said drama queen vets, kids I've never heard of. Kids is the apropos word in that sentence because these were kids who didn't know how to pop champagne after they won the NBA Finals. They went into the locker room. Alex Caruso, the old grizzled vet on the roster, would teach them how to pop the bottles of champagne so that they could celebrate appropriately. This is why you shouldn't be watching the NBA. Has nothing to do with anything else we talked about. You don't even know how to pop bottles correctly. The Florida Panthers got like a $500,000 bar tab at a bar in Miami and then just dipped out with the Stanley Cup because they were like, what are you going to do? These kids don't know how to pop champagne. What is happening here? Luke, that one got you.
Did you also see that what Barkov did? Showing up to his neighbor's house and bringing their doorbell constantly in. Like the wife is like, don't worry, he's on his way. He's like, hey, you want to hey. Oh, man. Look, again, when it's your second in a row, you may know a thing or two. So maybe next year, Shea Gilgamesh and what you call it. We'll be able to
there you go. I understood that reference. Hey, Shea Gilgamesh, get over here. I like that.
If I wasn't so afraid of like copyright infringement, I would totally put a shirt up for just until we got hit with the cease and desist. The OKC along the front with like Shea's number on it, and then on the back it just said Gilgamesh Alexander. I might buy a jersey and personalize it and say Gilgamesh Alexander on the back. It could be your birthday present, Scott. It's just the Gilgamesh Alexander jersey.
I'm here for it.
Gabe pointing out some of those guys don't drink. Fine. I understand.
It's life experience.
You should know how to pop open a bottle of champagne and spray it around. I'm sorry. That's that.
Look, and again, that's not a too young thing. We grew up in the 90s. We know how to pop champagne and Cristal. Like we saw it in the music videos. These kids ain't shit. They don't even know what a music video is. That's why they don't know how to open up champagne. Hey, Diddy didn't just have freak offs, baby. He taught us how to party. We knew how to pop champagne. I mean, not like that though. Like not like that. I just meant being able to open up the bottles. Everything that happened after that, like, nah, I wasn't partying. But
Moving on.
3rd and 2.
Speaking of 32, have you seen how the Bengals have gotten eviscerated for their family support in the latest NFLPA survey?
They get eviscerated in everything.
But man,
Even their quarterbacks throwing baseballs, they get eviscerated in.
yeah.
I
tried.
Oh my God, what is happening to my voice? Hey, you made fun of the Bengals, and I got taken over there by some weird spirit.
Dude, you might got the Rona, man, because that was the other thing. It fucked my voice. I sounded like a late night disc jockey who smoked for 50 years all week. It's barely coming back to
like my
now.
grandma. That was strange. That was a very weird feeling.
Hey, Grams.
Hey, Graham.
The other Alex Caruso thing, guys, sorry, was he took a swipe at the Lakers. In the press conference afterwards, somebody had asked him about his second championship, and he replied with, "I finally got a real one," which low-key was that was a bar. That was an absolute bar. He bailed on it afterwards. He bailed on it afterwards and tweeted. It was like,
I don't care. It doesn't matter. And we have it on record. Everybody who has tried to discount it, be like, if it was your team, blah, 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 blah. No, bullshit. Every single one of us said that those championships that happened during COVID and Mickey Mouse and all that shit did not fucking count, or they have an asterisk next to them. Now we have one of the players who won a ring during that time saying the exact same thing. So all of you people can get fucked. They're fake. They're half steps. Like, they count, but they don't really count. It's the same reason the Dodgers celebrated the way they did last year when they won that shit, because they knew they had a legit one. So fucking Lakers fans, you can take that one to the bank, and LeBron can be like, oh yeah, it counts just like the rest. But that shit don't. It will have an asterisk forever.
I feel bad for AD because of that, though, because he ain't ever going to get one then.
Yeah, that sucks. Sucks to suck.
Sucks. Yeah.
That's what happens when you sell your soul. That's what happens.
Yep.
All right. Sometimes it doesn't work out in your favor. Mook, what'd you make of Alex Caruso dropping this bar at post game?
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. I plus, like, you know, the Lakers can take a punch or two. The Buss family just made a shit ton of money. They don't give a fuck. So might as well sling some arrows their way and kind of put it all on paper, right?
What do you guys feel about that? The Lakers sold to the one of the owners of the Dodgers. He's like 39% owner of the Dodgers or something like that. $10 billion in valuation. Like, Jeannie Buss just cashed out, man. And it is hard to say, like, that, dude, it's a family business, right? Like, your dad owned it and then you get to own it. And, like, it's hard to give that up. But if somebody's like, look, $10 billion, shit, you can take my dad's grave at that point for $10 billion. You can have his ashes. I don't care. For $10 billion, that's insane. Scott, I know you hate the Lakers, but how'd that sit with you?
It was one of those, yes, finally got rid of those fuckers. Oh, wait, it's the guy that owns the Dodgers and, like, they do anything to win? Oh, fuck, this ain't gonna end up swell for me. So the initial excitement of like a Duncan Lakers fan was immediately met by the realization that long term this is probably really gonna fuck me. Like, I'm probably really gonna hate this. But also, way to get that bag, Jeannie. Like, congratulations. Salute. Like, if those brothers are as inept as they were presented in Showtime, like, she just set the family up forever. Like, she's the GOAT. Fuck Dr. Buss. She is actually the GOAT because he didn't pull this trigger. So, yeah, he may have done all the groundwork, but she gets the final say and is the last signature on that shit. So $10 billion. Woo! God, I can't even imagine. That's what the C stands for, y'all. That's what the C stands for. Letting y'all know.
Gabe asking, is Jeannie Buss single? She is not. She's with Jay Moore, comedian Jay Moore.
Shut the
What?
Wow.
You didn't know that?
No, I did not know that.
Oh yeah, Jay Moore
Wow.
and Jeannie Buss have been together for a while, man.
Oh, this see, I
had
dislike this
no
now. He don't deserve to be a
idea.
part of that bag. Like, no, Jay
What's wrong
Moore.
with Jay Moore? I like Jay Moore. I like him.
Yes, I do too.
Jay Moore is good, man.
Because he stole all of Jerry's clients.
That's what I was just gonna say. I was like, what was his character's name in Jerry Maguire? I'm like, she's booed up to like, oh man. Like he was a shyster in that movie, but he's so good in the role.
He was.
I like Jay.
Yeah.
Jay Moore is great. His stand-up special is fantastic. And he's just like, baby, does this mean I don't have to work anymore?
Bob Sugar.
Oh, he's still
Bob
working.
Sugar. What a name! What
But
a
he
name
working
for
for her.
the character too. The evil agent was named Bob Sugar. I love it. Sniff of sugars there.
I've never seen Jerry Maguire.
What?
Like, not even like you watch it, but fast forward to the stupid romance shit. Like,
Never seen it. Never seen it.
Bro.
And I get
you
the
have no
record.
idea about being an ambassador of Kwan.
You made the new intro, so I'm gonna let this, but we're gonna bring this back up. All right,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. Like this cannot stay. You've never seen Jerry Maguire,
No.
bro?
Like, I get it. Renee Zellweger is
No,
extra squishy
no.
in it, but still,
Yes,
dude.
yeah,
like,
Rezo, no, dude.
I know references to it. I know like the weird looking little kid said something about the human head weighs 8 pounds. I know show me the money. I know you complete me. I know all that stuff. Like I get the
you've
references.
never
I know
seen
that Bruce
Maguire,
Springsteen
bro.
sang a song for the soundtrack. I just haven't seen it.
this is, aren't we supposed to be a sports show? Because this feels like an affront.
It's like this is where our credibility goes down the tubes. Like,
Oh, see,
there's been a lot
okay.
of things that have happened to this time up until this moment, but this is it.
Thank you,
Okay.
Tank. Thank you, Tank.
Except-
I've done
except-
this movie. This was me with Remember the Titans and Miracle until this year.
Yeah, so he fixed his mistake. He stepped up.
This year, it's not like, come on, that's crazy.
Well, then sit your ass down and watch Jerry Maguire tomorrow, then, bitch.
I will once I'm finished with my Curb Your Enthusiasm rewatch. I'm
Oh,
in
Jesus
the last
Christ.
season, so I got to finish this up, and then I'll throw Jerry Maguire on for you guys. I
I already
already
have this shit done before next week.
I'm so disappointed.
There will be a
We're gonna
quiz.
have to have a Jerry Maguire episode. Yeah, that I was gonna say there will be follow-ups. You don't think you're gonna? Oh yeah, I watched it. No.
okay.
it's-
No. I will watch it by. Okay, then we'll do this next week. We will do a
And I
Jerry
need you.
Maguire
I need-
quiz. You
when
guys,
you watch it, there's a scene towards the very beginning, first fourth of the movie, and I need you to understand that the first time I ever saw this movie was at the theater with my mom, and I will leave it there. And Mookie, who's seen it, anybody else who has seen it, if you know what scene I'm talking
Mhm.
about, never been more uncomfortable in my fucking life.
Mhm.
So, Mike, go forth and enjoy Jerry Maguire, my friend. Great.
All right.
movie.
All right.
She's a fiery
I
stallion.
am going to watch this, and you guys next week we will do a segment where you guys quiz me about my Jerry Maguire knowledge after watching the movie. Should we do that? Should we do a quiz, or should I
hate
have
this guy.
to give a book report? Is that
Yeah, book report. But
Yeah.
I think we do both, but definitely book report. I need to make sure. Like, there needs to be proof, and it can't be something that you just like Googled up, questions asked about Jerry Maguire, some shit. No.
okay?
Even-
All right, I will give a book report on Jerry Maguire next week.
Bar saying watch it with the boys, Mike. I do not advise.
You know what
that.
though?
I'll
You know what?
pass
They
on
can
the
teach them some
very
life
first
lessons.
time.
Honestly,
Yes, but the very
They're gonna learn
first time,
eventually.
don't watch it with the boys. Like, maybe the next time. Like, it's rated R in what, 99 when it came out? So it's not like I feel like in 2025 it wouldn't necessarily be rated R. But don't watch it with the boys the first time, okay? Like, I watched it with my mom the first time. Again, I'll leave it there.
Okay, all right. I'm pumped now. I'm very excited to watch.
It's so 90s. Now that I'm thinking about everything, that I'm like,
so
God,
good,
it's
too.
so 90s.
The car phone. I mean,
It's
my God.
one. It's one of the rare
Pristine.
movies that are hyped up with the Oscars and all that, all the bullshit that comes with all that stuff. That I usually am like, I don't got time for those type of movies, and I totally love it. Like, we'll sit down and watch me some Jerry Maguire anytime it's on.
Do we even?
And
know
I don't even
anywhere?
like Tom Cruise. I don't even like Tom Cruise. I will say that too. I think Tom Cruise is overrated.
Yeah, I was gonna say like he's not just tolerable but enjoyable in this film.
Yes, he is. He's so good. Like everybody, it's a really good movie.
That's right.
It makes
I'll
me
believe
forget that Renee Zellweger is in it, and she sucks. Like
I am only calling her Renee Zellweger from now on.
you understand that reference, right? Like, please tell me that doesn't go over your head.
That
Okay.
does not go over my head.
I was just gonna say,
Oh,
yeah, ever
man.
since then, who the fuck is Renee Zellweger? Classic, all timer.
All right. I can't believe we've gone an hour and 15 minutes and haven't talked baseball yet, but let's do that.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
Scott, did you know Beat the Streak was still a thing? Hold on, I know you are. Mookie, are you aware of what Beat the Streak is?
Yes, because I signed up about 70 minutes ago.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. So you had no idea about the early 2000s phenomenon that was Beat the Streak.
I did, but I completely forgot about it was. And then you said something. I was like, shit, I think I remember that because I thought it was the ESPN thing where they used to give you like 3 players a day. And then like based on their fantasy stats, you'd score points. Streak for the cash. But I was like, oh, what is that? And I clicked. I was like, oh, yeah, I remember. Okay, this is fun. Shohei all the way, baby. Let's go. Or actually, I got a strategy. This isn't going to shock you at all. I'm just going to pick whoever's fucking playing the Rockies. Seems safe enough, right?
Fair enough. Beat the Streak is a game that took over baseball fans' lives. Beat the meat goddamn game.
I play that game every morning too. Huh?
Pause.
Go ahead. You haven't seen Jerry Maguire. Go ahead. Come on. You're fine.
Every morning? God, man.
There's a halo hanging. Go ahead. Sorry. I'm really getting caught up in the 90s. My bad.
You just threw out a Sugar Ray line at me?
The 90s, dude. I'm seeped in it. Go ahead. Come on. Keep your composure. You're the host. Let's go.
I can't go on with you. Every morning, Scott?
You said the line and I just kept going. Continue.
No, I'm talking about
focus.
previously when you said I play that game every morning too. Every morning, Scott?
I mean, it's a good way to ease the stress and start the day.
I was gonna say, what's a better way to start the day?
Studies show that it's
man.
I'll wait.
It's much better.
Look, I wake up at 12:30 to start my day. When you're starting your day, that's about the time. I feel like it's normal. Like,
studies show it's equivalent of drinking 4.5 cups of coffee.
Boom.
Lawyered. That's science, bro.
I'm so tired in the morning. I can't imagine being like,
well, you wouldn't be tired if you played the streak.
Beat the Streak dominated baseball fans' minds in the early 2000s. It is a game where you pick a batter, like somebody, every day to get a hit, and you're trying to beat the hit streak of 56 games. So if you get to 57 games in a row without missing a day, then you win the jackpot of $5.6 million. This game has been going on since 2001. Nobody has done it. The closest anybody has come is 51 games. Like, it's a nearly impossible game, but it captivated my world. And I was so surprised when I saw it back in the headlines this week because some dude out there still playing beat the streak, and got to 50 wins or 50 games in a row. He's at 50 games in a row, and he decides to pick the Athletics shortstop,
Jacob Wilson.
Jacob Wilson. Thank you, Scott. So he picks Jacob Wilson to get a hit. Jacob Wilson is playing against Houston. He goes 0 for 3 to start the game. Comes up for his last at bat. This is it. Streaks on the line. Jacob Wilson hits a pop fly into right field, like shallow right field, kind of into no man's land, drops in. The problem is there was a runner on first base, and the runner was a little hesitant to go because it was a pop fly. Right fielder comes in, picks it up, fires the second, runner out at second, fielder's choice, Jacob Wilson 0 for 4, streak over. Brutal.
This is why.
Brutal.
And this is why nobody has won beat the streak, because of bullshit like that. Oh my God. You want to talk about bad beats? Holy shit.
And I mean, I know he's still got 5 games to go or 6 games to go if he gets that one.
It doesn't matter, dude. That's it. He probably picked the next 6 games correct too. Like he probably picked the next 6 games.
No, dude, he quit after that. You think he really went back?
Well, yes, I know, but I'm just saying, like theoretically, like if he was like, you know what, dust myself off and start again. This new streak starts tomorrow. I guarantee you that he gets like, and like that. That is why I will say when this popped up on the rundown, my first thought was, that's a bitch, because this is the first year that I went to look for Beat the Streak to start the season, because they don't usually like update the app and all that nonsense until like they've gotten to where it's like the night of opening night now, like just before the game. It's like, oh, hey, the app's updated. They really, they only care about opening day when they can get the most people in. And when I went to go do it, the app wasn't updated. It didn't, I think, and I was just like, all right, I guess Beat the Streak's no longer a thing. So I was today years old when I found out that it was still going on, and God, I feel for that guy. When Beat the Streak first started, it might have been the second year. This is my Beat the Streak claim to fame, and I never came closer. Never have come closer since. I was on like the top 25 leaderboard. So when MLB first started doing this, they would have the leaderboard and they would show the top 25. A lot of it's just tied, whatever. But I made the leaderboard. I was tied for 25th,
hey, bro.
In that, like you could see my name on the list. The very next day after making that list and being on that top 25, boom, streak was over. I've never gotten back to that. I have never gotten back to a 25-game streak since. And like I said, that's like what the first 2 or 3 years that this game existed. We're talking like 20 years ago.
I think my highest was 16. I don't think I got.
Yeah, I mean, I've had tons of streaks over the years that reached near 20, like mid-teens. I hit the mid-teens a lot in there, but never came close to that 25 number. It's an impossible game. Like I said, that's the.
You're at 50 though. Like this dude is at 50. If
I
you're
would
at
cry,
50,
I would cry so hard.
First of all, you're freaking the hell out. Like every pick seems like you're analyzing everything you can at that point. Like you're no longer going by gut, going by feel. I think probably around 35 is when you start really like, oh shit, this could be real. I gotta really
for sure.
I gotta zone.
I mean, when I was at 25, I was locked in and fucked it up. So. Okay, so I'll even give you 25. You're locking in because you're like, okay, this is a big streak. 35, it is now hyper focused. 50, it is your life. You may because you are 7 games away from $5.6 million. Like at that point, you're starting to think of what you're going to buy with the money, right? So you're like, babe, this 7 games. We got 7 games. And then all of this, we're selling this shit. That house you were looking at on Zillow that you thought would be funny. We're buying that shit. The kids are getting college paid for. Like we are golden. We are ready to go. And then that happens. A fielder's choice to make your player go 0 for 4. How long until you are recovered? Because at that point, it doesn't feel like you lost your streak. It feels like you lost $5.6 million. That was like right there. It was right there in your hand, and it's gone. How long until you pick up the game again, Scott? Never. I'm done. I mean, I'm done because I probably have killed myself at that point. Again, I only made it to 25. I played. It's like I'm this old. Beat the streak when it came around. It was like win $100,000. Like that's how you have to like fully grasp how crazy that this game has gotten. Is when it started, it was $100,000, and I can only imagine that that's because MLB thought, well, certainly, somebody's going to win this. We don't want to be giving away too much money. And then I watched as the prize increased to 250,000, to $1 million, to probably about the time we were in college. It got up to 5.6 million, and it just stayed there. They're like, ain't nobody winning this shit. And here we are, like 20 years later, still nobody's done it. If I got to 50 games, sorry, kids. Sorry, Cheryl. I failed you. I failed myself. It's over. I'll be in the garage. The car you hear, just ignore it. Yep, the garage door is closed. I'm in it. Just come get me in about 20 minutes, okay? That's it.
I don't even think we can do the normal plug because I think it's been defunded. But the suicide crisis, I'm pretty sure the Trump administration could. But there's a Canada number you can call that accepts. I'll update the graphic with that one. All across the country. Mookie, are you picking it up the next day and picking somebody in beat the streak if you lose out on game 50?
Probably. I mean, force a habit. Like you gotta,
like a true degenerate.
You got to do something while you're pooping.
Well, and and you know what else I'll say? Like again, another reason to just them. When it first came out, that was in an era where there was you had all sorts of guys who hit over 300. Ichiro was an automatic. Like Ichiro, if you didn't know who to pick, you're like, fuck it, I'll just pick Ichiro. Almost guaranteed pencil in. And I hate to admit it, I tried back in the day. Let's I'm gonna beat this thing, and I'm gonna be the person who sends. They're like, how'd you do it? I'm like, yeah, that's right. 56 games, and I never picked a Yankee. Fuck them. I didn't need it. I'm bragging it. Dude, I would say about 5 years in, it was like, fuck it. I mean, Derek Jeter bats 326. Like, what am I doing? I'm screwing myself for him. Like, I'll be the same guy who's like, yeah, I didn't want to pick Yankees, but fuck it. Derek Jeter, thanks for this money. Didn't happen. But now in an era where it's like he picked Jacob Wilson, and I didn't know that about this story. But thinking about who you could pick in 2025, the list is so short. And the fact that a rookie is actually legit, that's a great pick. Solid pick. Yeah, absolute great pick. He's batting well over 300. He's the type of guy that you would have picked and thought no brainer when this game first started. And in this environment, when he's clearly the guy that you're like, yeah, I mean, of course I'm thinking he's batting over 300. Like there's two dudes doing that in the whole league. Oh, that's soul crushing, man. It is soul crushing. I wish I could see. I want to meet this guy and give him a hug. I feel terrible.
And honestly, it wouldn't be as crushing if it was just he went over 4.
Yeah, if he went over 4, not because the hit blooped in and the runner fucked it up.
Yes, a fielder's choice is what breaks that up. That the only thing worse than that would have been if it was an error. Like he got one through and they scored it in error.
Well, no, I was going to say that they actually know it would be worse if they scored it a hit and then later changed.
And they went back?
Yeah. Because that's possible too. Like that can happen, like where they switch it. So that would be the only thing where you're just like, oh man, I got this streak in the bag. And then later on, it's like, oh no, they changed that ruling to an error. Your streak is over. Like that would be the only thing
we'd be doing here. If that was the scenario, then on this show, it wouldn't be, oh my God, I feel terrible for this guy. It'd be conspiracy theory that MLB got the scorekeeper to change it to an error, and we would be all up on that conspiracy theory. There's
as much as I would love to be on that, I got to figure that it's gone on so long, and then they've had this thing going on for well over 20 years that they want somebody to win it just so they can say like, "Hey, look, it's possible." Like to get that publicity off that, knowing that hey, one time out of the existence of this game, it's happened. They basically write it off. It's like, yeah, it's never going to happen again. But again, like I said, I didn't even know that beat the streak was still a thing until today. But
Well, that's what I feel like this publicity is just as good because I signed back up. Like I'm ready to play again.
I'm ready to avenge this guy's loss.
Yeah, like I'm fired up. We're doing it.
You're like, I'm gonna do my research and I'm gonna make my pick while I'm watching Jerry Maguire. Woo! Let's do this.
The real winner of Streak the Cash is whatever insurance company is holding that because they're just getting paid month after month after month after month and never, ever having to pay out. They are just collecting them premiums. It's that's the only winner in Beat the Streak. But I'm back. I'm back in. I'm gonna do it. I can't wait.
I feel like we should. You can do groups. I feel like we should do a show group. I feel like we should all do Beat the Streak and try. Let's do it.
Group. We're doing it.
Does it change?
For Gray! Oh, he backed it in! We're going to overtime!
Does it change anything that you can now double down and do 2 picks in a day? Does that change?
No. Let me tell you. They added that feature about 10, 15 years ago. Yep, that's the sucker's bet. And I've fallen for him plenty of times. Let me just jumpstart this streak.
Yep.
Oh man,
Let me get
2.
up to 10. Let me get up to 10 and then I'll scale it back to 1 a day. Never a good idea.
It's because it's the gambler's fallacy. You're like, oh man, if I'm so good at picking 2, I can just keep. And you're like, oh, I'll cut this streak in half. And Mike's right, absolutely. Like, I'll just get to 10.
Except
once I get to 10,
you have to do it at a
I'll rein
certain
it
point
in.
because if like what you've got 40 days left in the season, you have to double up.
No,
you
don't, because the streak theoretically carries over, just like any hit streak in real life. If the streak would carry over, but it's not that. It's like the statistical impossibility that is picking 1 person a day. That's not happened in the existence of this game. The idea that you're going to pick 2 people in the same day.
Well, now,
they even switched the rules. I used to manipulate it. It used to be you could get the guy in a double header, and he didn't have to get a hit in both games. He only had to get a hit in 1. I used to try to manipulate the fuck out of that and would get a free 2 games out of it. Then they changed it to where the guy had to get a hit in 2 and in both games. It still doesn't matter.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Still doesn't matter, dude. Yeah. Like the double down is a sucker's bet, but I've done it plenty of times.
Yeah, you can't go down that path.
Well, Shohei and Freddie Freeman better come through for me here because that's why I started.
Night one, baby.
Night 1.
Picking 2 people in the same lineup. Hey, we got a rookie over here. We are.
Yeah, you never pick 2 guys in the same line, especially 2 that bat that close to each other.
Yeah.
You're playing.
Tell me you've never played Beat the Streak without telling me you've never played Beat the Streak, my guy.
I got the number 2 hit, number 3 hitter. This is going to be great for you tonight.
I'm a left on the
guy.
you know what?
Starter went 6 and only gave up 1 hit, and it wasn't to either of my guys. Well, get him again tomorrow.
You know how many times I was like, man, I don't know who to go with. Come on, Votto, come through for me. And then he choked his ass away in the 9th inning.
And to add to it, it's like not only would I not pick Yankees, I would never pick against the Braves. I'd be like, I'm not going to pick a hitter that's facing one of the Braves pitchers. Like that feels dirty. Like I can do it. And then you reach a point, just like where all your morals go out the window. You're just like, look, I only smoke weed. I'm not going to do heroin. You wake up one day with a needle in your arm. It's like, I found myself doing that too. It's like, let me pick Jeter, and he's facing the Braves. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm trying to win $5.6 million. Come on, Jeets. Get
Our bullpen looks like shit lately. Let's just go.
It's like, hey, Atlanta's struggling. Who they got today? Guy's batting out of his mind. And then you feel even worse when the streak ends and it's like, I picked against Atlanta and the streak then serves me fucking right? Like, that's what you get. God.
All right, we could talk Beat the Streak forever. That could just be, but let's do that because we're getting to the part of the year where everything's done. All we've got left right now is like baseball, off-season football arrests, and Joey Chestnut. That's all we have for like the next several months until spring training, or not spring training, spring football.
It's a spring training. It's a training camp.
That's my word.
Spring is really behind us, man. I know you want to go back to spring training and spring football, but you
just started this week or last week. It ain't that far behind us.
He really misses spring.
It may be boiling ass hot outside, but per the season, Scott, it ain't that far away. It ain't that far
Training
into the
camp
year.
is that's my word that I was trying to come up with was training camp, but the brain just kept going. No, it's what the baseball players do. The baseball players do spring training.
The spring thing.
Before the season, spring training go. Yeah, but this is the dead time, so let's do an update of our beat the streak each week, and we'll get a group set up. We'll do that. This will be something we actually do instead of
I'm gonna do too every day.
Yeah.
Right after
instead of dropping the ball on Scott's shirt design from last week, look out for number 1. Don't step in number 2 that I was supposed to put up that I didn't. This is something I will do.
I'll do. I'll beat the meat and I'll beat the streak. all before 9 a.m. How about that?
That's
I just feel like a pretty good start to the day.
The Reds designated Candelario for assignment. This was a dude who they signed this offseason, 4 years, $45 million. He's owed $22.5 million left on his contract, and they just got rid of him. They're just like, we're done. That's enough of you, Candelario. Since I want to go through this with you guys because I need you to realize what it is like to be a Reds fan. I know we make the jokes, where are you going to go? I know we make the jokes that they're terrible ownership and Bob Castellini should sell the team. These are contract signings that the Reds had since 2019. This is courtesy of Lance McAllister. Mike Moustakas, 4 years, $64 million in December of 2019. They released him in 2023, owing him $22 million. January 2020, Shogo Akiyama, 3-year, $21 million, released him in 2022, owing him $8 million. Then you've got Candelario this year. He's still owed about $24 million on the remainder of his 3-year, $45 million deal. Will Myers, 1 year, $7.5 million, sent him away with $3.7 million to go. Mike Ford, 1 year, $1.3 million, sent him away owing about $1.1 million. Garrett Hampson, 1 year, $760,000. He was DFA'd 1 month later after 19 total plate appearances. He's owned the remainder of his deal, about $600,000. Since 2019, they have about $59 million tied up in players to not play for the Reds. This is the organization that I chose to cheer for. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Not to mention, old boy from the Brewers is suing him, and he'll probably win something in a settlement on that. So they'll be paying for a guy who never even played for them to get money. Like, the Reds are hustling all the way backwards, man. Jesus.
You almost would have to try to be that bad. Like, how do you pull that off?
Oh,
at
my
what
gosh,
point do you
man.
look in the mirror and go, hey, we're really fucking bad at this. Like, really
we gotta stop signing these deals. Like for a team that's like hesitant to. For a team that's hesitant to sign their own guys,
look at the fans and say you need to align payroll to resources when you got $59 million sitting out there to not play with you. No, fuck you. We have to align front office to learning to know what the fuck they're supposed to do, because this is absurd, Scott.
But their own guys, that's the thing. You think about it, like they don't re-sign. We always joke and we know, like, oh hey, time's short because they're not going to re-sign them, they're not going to invest in them. They're throwing away money on guys that aren't playing, but they won't put that money into their own guys. Like, legit, don't sign a single free agent deal. Just use all of that money internally. Every single guy that you have already playing baseball for your team, you'd be better off just putting that money in there. Instead, they step out and, I mean, God, at some point, you got to just say, fuck it, you're playing baseball for us, man, right? Like, I'm not doing it. Like, I know you need the roster spot. You're not developing these guys, and there's a lot of trickle down, but at some point, I'm like, yeah, you know what? We're paying you to play baseball. You're going to go out there and play. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Ugh. What's the answer?
But I mean, in the Candelario deal, everybody knew from the minute it was signed. Everybody was like, "Wait, what the fuck? Like, what? Wait, what the fuck? For how much? Like, this wasn't a big shocker in terms of like how it ended. Like, this is pretty much what everybody expected. Everybody was like, wait, there's no reason that the Reds should sign this deal. And also, that's a lot of money, even if the Reds weren't the ones who signed this deal. Like, they overpaid him, and they're the Reds. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Like the GM's got to go. The ownership, like this can't stand, man.
They all have to go. It's fucking unreal, man. To sit there and say we can't afford to sign guys, like we're never going to be able to keep Ellie because we can't afford him. We can afford to lose all of this money.
$59 million, dude. God.
Fucking forgivable, man. And yes, Gabe, I am red right now. I'm so mad. Like
red
when
for
I
the
saw
Reds.
that news, when I saw that news, I wasn't even mad that they released him because I mean, Candy,
he had earned it. He had earned the release, but it's the money.
Yeah,
man.
But there's nothing. He can't shag balls in the outfield. He can't throw BP. I mean, you're paying him
$24 million. Like you're just gonna keep him. At that point, why not get rid of him if you're just gonna?
I don't know.
I'm with Scott. Put his ass in the lineup every fucking night because he cost you $24 million. Like you're playing, bro. You're gonna figure this shit out. We're gonna get a better hitting coach in here than Chris Valleca, and we're gonna figure some shit out. You're gonna get right.
Or at least send him down to AA or AAA and make him be the Crash Davis. You know what I mean? Like make him at least train up the young guys he got in the system. Maybe like there's got to be some way to get something out of someone. Because like how many? What did he play? Like a season and a half?
Just about.
Like, man, that is a short amount of time to crash out that hard.
And it was only healthy for about that half of that season and a half.
I hate it here so much. Let's end the show talking some soccer. Mook, the Club World Cup is in full
happening.
I've enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, like it's fun to watch. I can't believe Inter Miami was able to get the win over Porto. That was kind of crazy. Now they've set up against PSG in the
that'll be interesting to watch.
Messi going up against his old squad. Like, there's a lot of storylines there. Also, for them being the first MLS team to get a result against like a European team is insane. It's Messi and old guys and MLS players that are doing it. That's pretty crazy. But the big story out of the Club World Cup is that these European teams can't handle this American heat. Because so many teams have come over here and have been complaining about how hot and humid it is. Here in Cincinnati, Dortmund was playing.
So
it was very hot, very humid, I should say, because it was really only 85 degrees, but it was humid.
I feel like 110 though. Like, it wasn't that hot, but on the field like this, that's. Look, it's going to sound crazy, but that's the temperature which your cleats start to fucking melt, dude. Like, that's a real fucking thing.
Okay, and that's fair for the players on the field. But what Dortmund did was Charmin soft, Mook, because they took their subs, and the subs didn't sit on the field for the game. They went into the locker room and watched the game on TV.
Jesus.
It was too hot for them to be on the field, and they went in the locker room during the game.
You know, it's funny because I was saying to someone, I pointed out there was a tweet that was sent out by, I think it was by Dortmund from like up in the press box or whatever, you know, celebrating the atmosphere and whatever. And I'm looking, I'm like, there's not a single fucking person sitting in the sunlight. The Bailey was empty. Like there was no one sitting in there because that was in direct sunlight, which also makes sense because it's sunlight beating down on hot metal. So like, I kind of get it, but also you're the fan, like you're paying to be there. So I could understand you standing in the shade, but like, dude, if they actually planned on using any of those subs, if you're sitting in air conditioned weather for 60 fucking minutes or whatever, how are you going to adjust the climatize to going on the field? Like, isn't that actually a worse situation for their health and whatever to try to go from 0 to 100 and then be like, yeah, dude, go figure it out and win us a match? Wow. What a bunch of
it's Charmin soft, but now the question is, like, the World Cup is going to be here in a couple years, and there are venues that are going to fall in like this. Yeah, that's a good point. If the world still exists and if FIFA doesn't pull out. But there are going to be venues that are inside of this heat dome around the same time of year. So there are now questions about European teams in the World Cup and can they handle playing in a World Cup. But Mook, these guys are from like Spain and stuff. Like they don't have heat like this over there. Like Italy doesn't have heat like this.
No, they usually take the summer off. Like this is their off season right now. So like your clubs usually they wrap up about a month or two ago. Not too much, but like this is the period where the players are usually recuperating, resting their legs, getting right for the season that's going to start in the tail end of August.
International competitions are now. There's
yeah, the national teams, yeah, but for the club.
Exactly.
So again, even there,
that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the club players. I'm talking about the guys who are in the Club World Cup right now who will be back for the World Cup. How are they not like?
Right, like those guys on Auckland FC that are going to be playing in the World Cup. Sure, right, yeah.
I'm not talking about them. We're not complaining. Dudes from Dortmund are probably on their national team, man. That's a good squad.
Maybe like 50-50. Like I hear what you're saying, but again, like the spread of the talent is different. Where like, yeah, a lot of these dudes play on national teams, but not every one of those national teams is qualifying for the World Cup.
Chelsea cut their training short because they said there was too much heat in Philadelphia. You can't tell me there aren't a bunch of dudes on Chelsea that play for their national team.
Well, now that I think is actually just a lie, because I think what they meant to say is it's too hot for us to play after we ate all them cheesesteaks that they're now sweating out our pores. But you know, here's the other thing. No one gives a fuck about this tournament. Like, let's be completely honest. Like, Chelsea does not give a shit. They have plenty of money. They don't care about the $1 billion price tag. They want to make sure their players are right for the Prem and then Champions League. Some of the smaller clubs, the South American clubs, you see them going extra hard because that purse would really make a difference for their club. The MLS teams, they're really out there trying to prove something. Plus, you know, Don Garber wants that money for the league because none of it's actually going to end up in the players' pockets because it's a fucking racket. So again, it all comes down to economics, where the European clubs don't really care. It's more of like, let's run our young guys out there and see what we've got in the feeder system to try to, you know, plug into the roster the next season. So like, that's really what's happening. If it's the World Cup, they're going to figure out a way, even if it's them training at 5-6 a.m. in the morning, they're going to figure it out to win that hardware.
I got to see the GOAT Harry Kane live, so some teams are taking it seriously. How about the U.S. men's national team? Scott, what is happening there?
Hold on, because Mookie's giving his professional breakdown, and all I kept thinking was not to go MAGA on them, but are these Nugas from Sand Nuga countries where the sun beats them down nonstop, complaining about the heat in Philadelphia? I'm sorry. Like, delete all of your breakdown of whatever was happening in any of these games and just go back to the point that Mike was trying to make. Are they really complaining about how fucking hot it is here? It's hot, but I can't imagine that it's any more hot in these places where they play with, you know, bare feet and running from lions at halftime. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? The Philadelphia Heat? Come on, man. I ain't here for it. I'm not trying to hear it.
Race card.
To be fair, the teams complaining were like European.
The lily
teams.
white ones?
Yeah.
That's fine. Whatever. Get over it. Get good.
You didn't hear the school teachers and bus drivers from New Zealand complaining about the heat. They had a ball of a fucking time getting beat 10-0 at TQL.
It was so brutal. Everybody just wanted to see him put one in. They're like, "Come on, guys, you can do it."
Which they finally did. They scored today. Had a massive draw against Boca Juniors that sent them packing. So, like you said, it's been some really entertaining matches.
It's been fun. U.S. men's national team, real quick, Mook. How we feeling about the Gold Cup performance? Fair enough. There it is. There's your men's national team coverage on the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Let's talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight. We rate them, as always, on Caesar scale. Dog or no dog. Scott, what was in your mug? Dog or no dog?
Real quick, I can't think of a third, but I was like, when you said the U.S. men's national team, I wanted to be like, Sip Chug Drainpour, this current administration in the U.S., the U.S. men's national team, and I need a third one. Like, I can't think of one. You guys think of one that fits in that group. What?
I don't know, man. He's on the screen. I tried.
Anyway,
I'm drinking Mick Ultra Zero.
You did try. It was an effort.
The administration.
I was drinking. Wait, what?
the administration, ICE, or the U.S. men's national team?
Oh, I'll let y'all go with that. I was drinking Urban Artifacts, Jenny, the vanilla watermelon, fruit ale. Jesus, it's a dog. And I noticed that shortly after I started drinking this, I was almost going to go. Like by the time we got done introing the beers, this pretty much just tastes like any sour watermelon thing that you've ever had, like in the best way possible. Like any sour watermelon flavored thing that you've had, delicious. Sour water patch. I know they have the Sour Patch Kids that are just the watermelon flavor. That's this in liquid form.
Yeah,
Fucking delicious. Such a dog. So good.
Mook, how are those Mick Ultra Zeros?
they were.
All right, there you go. I had caramel cookie bar from Southern Tier, 10%. Absolute dog. The doggiest of dogs. Fellas, this was a show. We did some stuff here. We talked sports kind of. I got a homework assignment. So yeah, that's a real thing. I can't believe I admitted that I've done.
I can't believe you did either.
What
an embarrassment.
What a stupid thing to say in front of you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Shout out to all of you in the comment section. It's so much fun to do this, and you guys chime in, so keep it up. Tell a friend. Tell them to watch the show. Anybody you think would be good in the comment section, anybody you think would enjoy what we do here, tell them to subscribe to YouTube. Let's blow that up over there. You can follow us at Crafty Sports, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky. We're on all of them at Crafty Sports. So follow us there for clips and random things that we post every once in a while. Join the Facebook group. It's really the only reason to have Facebook anymore, so go hit that up. It's the comment section come to life so between the show. So go hit that up and come hang out with us there. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content there. Shout out to all of the pods on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. We will see you all next week. Cheers, everybody.
CBS, where the B can't stand for basketball because it stands for bunnies, as in snow.
You'll never walk alone. Horns up.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on,